All right, guys, we're gonna work on a little external hip rotation here. This is something that if we're struggling to really kind of control our position in the bottom of the squat in particular, if you find yourself kind of getting here and those knees wanting to dive in a little bit, or if we're just generally stiff through the hip, this is a good way to start kind of accessing that external rotation in the hip again and really trying to get some of that range of motion back. So we're going to do an elevated pigeon here. So we're going to get up on a bench or a box or a coffee table, however you want to do this. And we're going to, it doesn't obviously matter which leg we start on here. We're going to be at somewhat close to a 90-degree angle at the knee here. If you feel like you're getting a little bit of pressure into the knee, if you're really, really restricted in that rotation, pull the foot back, and that'll take some of that pressure off of the knee there. The more that we kind of pull the foot out, and the closer we get to 90 degree, you'll find that puts more rotational force into the hip. So from here, we're going to try to get into more of a squared pelvis position. I'm going to always have people internally rotate that back hip here as well. So if we want to externally rotate into some flexion here, we're going to want to internally rotate that back hip into extension. So just a good time for us to kind of wind that back hip up as well. From here, I'm going to take a couple deep breaths in and out. And just kind of calm the system down a little bit. If I'm really stiff here, this is going to get really uncomfortable. So first I'll probably spend about a minute just kind of breathing in and out to try to calm the system down, kind of signal to the body that this is not, we're not going to get hurt here. It's a good position to be in. And then I'm going to start doing a little bit of contract and relax, where I'm going to drive the knee down into the bench. So I'm going to create a contraction through my hip here, and I'm going to drive the knee down, and I'm going to give it a 1, 2, 3. On 3, I'm going to take a big inhale, and then I'm going to release and relax. So I'm going to release the breath and the tension through the hip, and as I do that, I'm just going to try to get a little more range of motion out of it. After that, I'll do two deep breaths in and out. And then I can hit, after 2 of those, I can hit another contract, relax. From here too, I can start kind of biasing up some rotation. So I can start just kind of moving around a little bit and feeling for some of the tight corners in the hip. And wherever I find some tightness, I can hit some of that contract, relax. I'm going to want to do like a 2 to 3 minutes on each hip. I think if you spend a good 3 minutes on each one, you'll find that you've got a lot of range of motion available to you that you didn't have before. Do a little retest on it. So I think hit some squats before and after, and just see how that hip's feeling, how you're moving there, and I think you'll find that the hip's moving quite a bit better after it.